I see we got Impulse right in front of us here. There's the kiddie coaster. I found the parking lot. It is, whoa, there's a lot of people here. Oh my goodness. This could be a packed day. Poor Impulse. Have to wait till next year to get this credit. Just rode Phoenix. That was pretty solid. That was nice. I could definitely see marathoning this one all day long. I don't know of any other coaster that's going to have airtime that good on when you don't have any, basically don't have any restraints. Those buzz bars sit so high above your waist, you're definitely going to come floating up out of your seat. And without any restraint, without any seatbelt holding you down, that's what makes it so good. Is it the best wood coaster in the world? Well, after one ride, I would say absolutely not. But is it very good? Yes. Is it top 50 for me? After that one ride, probably not. Maybe if I rode it a bunch, it would be. Ravine Flyer 2, I would have ahead of Phoenix right for now. And next up will be Twister. One thing you should be aware of, you are not allowed to pick your rows, at least this season. You're not allowed to wait for a row, you're not allowed to request. Well, you can request, but the request is going to be denied. They will load the train front to back, so it's just luck of the draw. So that's a bit of a bummer. That was kind of a downer on my first ride on Phoenix. And Twister, that was pretty good. Nothing mind-blowing, but I enjoyed it. There's not a whole lot of airtime on it. There's a few moments. It's got some laterals. You got this nice double helix right in front of you here. Here it comes. It's a long ride. It doesn't have seat belts, but it also doesn't have those buzz bars. It's those standard lap bar restraints, but no seat belt also, which you don't need a seat belt on this. Those seat belts are usually just a redundant thing anyway, just to give people security. It's a placebo effect. But between this and Phoenix, yeah, Phoenix definitely like it way better, but I like them both. I could ride both several times. Twister, a little bit rougher than Phoenix, but it's not rough. It's not that rough at all. And of course, Flying Turns is closed. So Flying Turns and Impulse. That's the reason, those two being closed is the reason why I didn't do the unlimited wristband. I figured I wouldn't need much time here. Just get a few rides on Phoenix, pick up the other credits, move on to Hershey. Since today's a nice day, and I don't know what tomorrow and Friday is going to be. Originally it wasn't supposed to rain, and now they're calling for a lot of rain the next 2 days, so gotta get to Hershey today. As you can see, they're replacing some of the wood here. I'm sure it'll be ready to go better than ever next year. And they got a drop tower here. This one looks just like the one at Waldemere. Yep, that's like the one at Waldemere and Magic Springs. Those are good ones. You get really good floater airtime. Okay, Black Diamond. That was kind of weird. you sit in these carts. You have a seatbelt. You don't need it. It is, I was thinking it was going to be like Fire in the Hole or the one at Dollywood, where you got some good theming throughout and then you hit some drops. We did kind of hit some drops, but they were trimmed. So, yeah, it's weird. I don't know. How is that a coaster? That haunted house at Waldemere felt more like a coaster than this. But I guess it is. They say it is. So I just rode Phoenix in the front row. I lucked into it. Like I said, you can't pick your rows. You can't request anything. It just happened to be that I got the front row. Oh my gosh. I don't know how the back row is on this, but that front row ride, that was incredible. I now know what standing airtime means. I said earlier that it was floater airtime, that you float up in your seat. Oh, that was ejector. I was in the front row, I was getting ejector airtime, and it kept getting stronger and stronger the later the ride went. You go through a series of hills, and then you do the turnarounds. Somewhere along the way there, the front row just starts getting ejected like crazy. And the key is you got to put your feet against the thing in front of you to brace yourself, and also that way you can actually feel the airtime the best. But especially that last series of hills towards the end, I was standing on every hill. It's as you crest over the top of a hill, that's when the front row gets it. I don't know if the back row gets it coming over those hills, but boy, that front row. With those buzz bars and no seatbelts, I was standing on each of those airtime hills on the last series, on the last two series. Unfortunately, that is the line for Phoenix. It is spilling out onto the midway. I waited 30 minutes and the line wasn't this long. So, and that's with very quick operations too. So, wow. What is it with me and these smaller parks, these small, well-renowned parks on a Wednesday? Wednesdays just seem to be a terrible time to come to amusement parks, especially these smaller ones. That's when everybody comes to these parks. Lake Compounce was as crowded as I've ever seen any park, and that was on a Wednesday. Knoebels, it is extremely crowded here. I noticed that in the parking lot. There were so many cars out there, I decided I'm not doing unlimited. I could be here all day and I wouldn't get my money's worth out of an unlimited wristband. So I just did ride tickets. But if you are here on a day that is not this crowded, then I would say get it unlimited, because you're going to want to ride Phoenix all day long. It is that good. And it's smooth too. They do a good job taking care of this thing. I just wish they had more than one train. Okay, Cosmos Curves, that was a really good kiddie coaster. I was actually getting airtime on those final few hills before you return to the station. And they are working on Impulse right now. I don't think it's going to be opening this season, but they are working on it. Oh, I lucked into a front row ride on Twister. Boy, considering I only have a limited number of rides that I can do with just doing the tickets, I really hit the jackpot getting front row on both Phoenix and Twister. I did near the back on Twister my first ride. Phoenix, I was towards the middle of my first ride. Phoenix has about a 45-minute wait, Twister about 15. So the entire park may not be horrendously crowded, but it's packed enough. Packed enough to make Phoenix a long wait. Granted, of course, been to Cedar Point when it's busy. I know. Over there, hour, 2 hour, 3 hour waits are common. But again, this is Knoebels. This isn't Cedar Point. It's not supposed to draw, you wouldn't think it would draw the kind of attendance anywhere near Cedar Point's level. And you wouldn't expect to have waits of 45 minutes here on a weekday. Maybe a Saturday, but not a Wednesday. So that's a little disappointing, but I wasn't planning to spend much time here, so I can't really be too disappointed. I had $3 extra that I was about to walk out with, so figured might as well do the $2 flyer. I've never done one of these before, so I wasn't really sure what to do, but I figured it out, and yeah, I got going pretty good. And you get a long cycle out of it. It's nice. I come back here, I'll definitely be doing this one again. That could be my new favorite flat ride. That sky ride would be really cool to do. Maybe next year. I still am going to have to get on Impulse and Flying Turns, so I'll come back next year. And that time I'll do Unlimited, as long as it's not crazy crowded like it is today. It's not that big a deal that this was a very busy day, because I was only doing the paper ride thing anyway. Heading on to Hershey Park. So I'd say I enjoyed my time here at Knoebels. It has potential. It has potential to be one of my favorite parks, especially being surrounded by the beauty here. Get everything open, and yeah, I could see this becoming one of my favorite parks. But this year's experience isn't going to deliver that. But at least they are open. That's the important thing. They are open. Not everything is open, looking at you, Impulse, but at least the park is open. They got Phoenix open.